In this video, I'm going to talk about what I'm learning in my own marriage around controlling my specific person, my husband, how that actually leads to everything that I don't want, and how releasing control is really one of the major keys that helps me manifest the version of my man, my SP, my husband, that I really, really want. Before I jump in, I want you to know I have a free ebook for you. All you have to do is type chosen in the comments below. You'll get this ebook called The 2 Essential Steps to Manifest Your Specific Person. It will really just help you. It's free, and it will just help you kind of structure your manifesting process if you're struggling with manifesting a specific person. Okay, this is a really fun topic for me. I want to start bringing in topics and practices from my own life. And, I'm in a relationship, I'm in a long-term relationship, I'm in a marriage. And so some of the things that I'm really learning in my marriage right now has to do around control and the way control repels the actual results that we want. So in my marriage, I find myself with my husband wanting to micromanage or control certain things that he does. Probably in particular because we are parents together. And so I have my way of parenting. He has his way of parenting. They're a little bit different. We have different styles of parenting. And this is just an example. And so if I see him parenting in a way that I don't like, there's a couple responses I could have. I could go cold, which really is kind of a sense of control, right? Because it's making it clear that I don't like what he's doing. I could micromanage him and tell him what I want him to do. Or I could do what I'm really trying to do these days, which is release that control, allow for him to be who he is, and kind of trust the process of our relationship, our life, both of us as parents. So I do want to say real quick, my husband isn't never doing anything like super out of line, but there are certain things that can trigger me or that I feel like I want to be in control of. Okay. So I'm not talking about using these tactics on someone who's doing things that are like really harmful. That's never the case with my husband, but there are things where I notice I'm just trying to control him. So here is the deal with control, and you can really apply this to your own life, your own relationship, or even if you're manifesting a specific person and not in the relationship yet. Control is a deep, deep, deep experience of not having what you want. It's like a deep fear of not having what you want. And because of that deep fear, like if you really evaluate it in your own body and what it feels like, because of that, you feel the need to manage someone else, your specific person. You feel the need to tell them what to do. You feel the need to try to control the situation. That comes from your own sense of not feeling safe and of feeling anxiety. Okay, that is just the reality. And sometimes we look at scenarios and we think, well, I feel the need to control them because they're doing it wrong. But if you really, really look at yourself, you're probably trying to control someone else because of your own fears. And so this is the first thing you really, really have to look at and own. It is your own fear that is causing you to control someone else. So that's number one to look at. Number two, when you try to control, because it is a deep-seated fear inside of you, it essentially, through the laws of manifestation, is always going to repel the other person. This is why if you're manifesting a specific person to show up with you in a particular way and you're trying to control the outcome, you're trying to control the scenario, you likely are just going to push them away more, okay? Because that's what happens with manifesting. You manifest more of what you already are. And so if you are trying to control someone else, you are essentially pushing them away. So what can you do instead? Here's what I am practicing in my own life and in my own relationship. Number one, I'm making sure I'm doing a lot of self-care, self-love all of that type of work. Why is that? Because that helps me feel less of a need to control other things. It helps me feel less anxiety. It helps me feel just like more full and abundant in my own life. When you are happier, when you're operating from like a higher purpose of who you are and a higher sense of who you are, you feel good about who you are, you just really are less likely to try to control someone else, okay? If you are feeling, and sorry, they are doing some work outside because of fire upkeep, so I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to erase this background noise, but if you hear it, I'm sorry about that. So if you are operating from a sense of being depleted, you're going to be more anxious and you're going to have more of a desire to try to control someone. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, sometimes, and in particular in relationships, you have to just fake it until you make it. We do this in manifesting as well. It's called acting as if, right? You have to really start embodying the new version of yourself before it feels real and authentic. So what I'm personally doing in my relationship is I'm noticing when I want to jump in and like kind of micromanage or tell him what to do or tell him how to parent or whatever it is, I'm noticing it and I'm just straight up stopping myself. It's like a little experiment, really. It's just like, stop myself. Stop. Don't be that version of me that is trying to control him that then pushes him away. Instead, just stop. Now, I can't say that this is always easy. It's not. But what I do know is that when we practice a new way of being, it does become easier and easier and easier. So what I want you to take from this video is controlling anybody, in particular your spouse or your specific person or someone you're not even in a relationship with right now but want to be, controlling them will repel them. That's how that works, okay? You have to remember that. Number two, the reason you're controlling them is because of your own fears, so you got to take ownership of that. And number three, it's your job to just stop yourself from the control. You know, what I suspect will happen, and I will report back when it does, what I suspect will happen is as I continue to practice this version of myself that isn't trying to control my husband, a couple things are probably going to happen. Number one, my urge to control him is going to go down. Number two, I think I probably will find more trust in him and less of an urge to control him from the sense of I'll just feel like, oh, why would I need to control him? He's doing the thing, like he's doing things right, I guess. He's doing things in a way that I like. Why would that be? Because if I am embodying the version of me that sees him as doing things wrong and I'm constantly playing into that version of myself, that's who he's going to be. But if I learn how to embody the version of me that's like, hey, he's great. He's doing all the things that make me feel good and we are good. Like it's when it becomes not a problem, then it's not a problem in the 3D. So hopefully this inspires you to let go of control if you are controlling a specific person in any way, shape, or form. Again, download my free ebook if you need help on exactly how to manifest a specific person. I can help you out there. And if you've been manifesting a specific person for a while and they haven't shown up yet, definitely watch this video next. Thanks so much for being here with me. I'll see you soon.